Act 3, Scene 2. The Forum in Rome. Brutus speaks before a group of citizens or common people of Rome. He explains why Caesar had to be slain for the good of Rome. Then Brutus leaves and Antony speaks to the citizen. A far better judge of human nature than Brutus, Antony cleverly managed to turn the crowd against the conspirators by telling them of Caesar's good works and his concern for the people, as proven by the slain will. He has left all his wealth to the people. As Antony stirs the citizen to pursue the assassin and kill them, he learns that Octavius has arrived in Rome and that Brutus and Cassius have fled. Enter Brutus and Cassius and a throng of citizens disturbed by the death of Caesar.
We will be satisfied. Let us be satisfied.
Then follow me and give me audience, friends. Cassius, go you into the other street and part the numbers. Those that will hear me speak, let them stay here. Those that will follow Cassius, go with him. And public reason shall be rendered of Caesar's death.
I will hear Brutus speak.
I will hear Cassius and compare them reasons when severally we hear them reader.
Exit Cassius with some of the citizens. Brutus goes into the pulpit.
The noble Brutus is ascending. Silence.
Be patient till the last. Romans, countrymen, and lovers, hear me for my cause, and be silent, that you may hear. Believe me for mine honor, and have respect to mine honor, that you may believe. Censure me in your wisdom, and awake your senses, that you may be the better judge. If there be any in this assembly, any dear friends of Caesar's, to him I say that Brutus' love to Caesar was no less than his. If then that friend demand why Brutus rose against Caesar, this is my answer. Not that I love Caesar less, but that I love Rome more. Had you rather Caesar were living and die all slaves, than that Caesar were dead and to live all freemen? As Caesar loved me, I weep for him. As he was fortunate, I rejoice at it. As he was valiant, I honor him. But as he was ambitious, I slew him. There is tears for his love, joy for his fortune, honor for his valor, and death for his ambition. Who is here so base that would be a bondman? If any speak for him, have I offended? Who is here so rude that would not be a Roman? If any speak for him, I have offended. Who is here so vile that will not love his country? If any speak for him I have offended, I pause for a reply.
None, Brutus, none.
Then none have I offended. I have done no more to Caesar than you shall do to Brutus. The question of his death is enrolled in the Capitol, his glory not extenuated, wherein he was worthy, nor his offences enforced, for which he suffered death.
Enter Antony and other with Caesar's body.
Here comes his body, mourned by Mark Antony, who, though he had no hand in his death, shall receive the benefit of his dying, a place in the commonwealth, as which of you shall not? With this I depart, that I, as I slew my best lover for the good of Rome, I have the same dagger for myself when it shall please my country to need my death.
Live, Brutus, live.
Bring him with triumph home unto his house.
Give him a statue with his ancestors.
Let him be Caesar.
Caesar's best parts shall be crowned in Brutus.
Will bring him to his house with shouts and clamors.
My countrymen.
Peace, slides, Brutus speaks.
Peace, ho.
Good countrymen, let me depart alone, and for my sake stay here with Antony. Do grace to Caesar's corpse, and grace his speech tending to Caesar's glories, which Mark Antony by our permission is allowed to make. I do entreat you, not a man depart, save I alone till Antony has spoke.
Exit. Stay, ho, and let us hear Mark Antony.
Let him go up into the public chair. We'll hear him. Noble Antony, go up.
For Brutus' sake, I am beholden to you.
Goes into the pulpit.
What does he say, Brutus?
He says for Brutus' sake he finds himself beholden to us all.
'Twere best he speak no harm of Brutus here.
This Caesar was a tyrant.
Nah, that's certain. We are blessed that Rome is rid of him.
Peace, let us hear what Antony can say.
You gentle Romans,
Peace, ho, let us hear
him.
friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is oft interred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus had told you Caesar was ambitious. If it were so, it was a grievous fault, and grievous hath Caesar answered it. Here, on the leave of Brutus and the rest, for Brutus is an honorable man, so are they all honorable men. Come I to speak in Caesar's funeral. He was my friend, faithful and just to me. But Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. He hath brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms did the general coffers fill. Did this in Caesar seem ambitious? When that the poor have cried, Caesar hath wept. Ambition should be made of sterner stuff. Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. You ought to see that on the Lupercal I thrice presented him a kingly crown, which he did thrice refuse. With this ambition, yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and sure he was an honorable man. I speak not to disprove what Brutus spoke, but here I am to speak what I do know. You ought to love him once, not without cause. What cause withholds you then to mourn for him? O judgment, thou art fled to brutish beasts, and men have lost their reason. Bear with me, my heart is in the coffin there with Caesar, and I must pause till it come back to me.
Methinks there is much reason in his sayings.
If thou consider rightly of the matter, Caesar has had great wrong.
Has he, masters? I fear there will a worse come in his place.
Marked ye yet his words? He would not take the crown, therefore 'tis certain he was not ambitious.
If it be found so, some will there abide it.
Poor soul, his eyes are red as fire as weeping.
There's not a nobler man in Rome than Antony.
Now mark him, he begins again to speak.
But yesterday the word of Caesar might have good against the word. Now lies he there, and none so put to do him reverence. O masters, if I were disposed to stir your hearts and minds to mutiny and rage, I should do Brutus wrong, and Caesar's wrong, who, you all know, are honorable men. I will not do them wrong. I rather choose to wrong the dead, to wrong myself and you, than I will wrong such honorable men. But there is a parchment with the seal of Caesar. I found it in his closet. 'Tis his will. Let but the commons hear this testament, which, pardon me, I do not mean to read, and they would go and kiss that Caesar's wounds, and dip their napkins in his scared blood. Yea, beg a hair of him for memory, and dying, mention it within their wills, bequeathing it as a rich legacy unto their issue.
We'll hear the will. Read it, Mark Antony.
The will. We will hear Caesar's will. Have patience, gentle friends. I must not read it. It is not me to know how Caesar loved you. You are not wood, you are not stones, but men, and being men, hearing the will of Caesar, it will inflame you, it will make you mad. 'Tis good you know not that you are his heirs, for if you should, oh, what will come of it?
Read the will. We'll hear it, Antony. You shall read us the will, Caesar's will.
Will be patient, will stay a while. I have o'ershot myself to tell you of it. I fear I wrong the honorable man, whose daggers have stabbed Caesar. I do fear it.
They were traitors, honorable men.
The will, the testament.
They were villains, murderers. The will, read the will.
You will compel me then to read the will. Then make a ring about the corpse of Caesar, and let me show you him that made the will. Shall I descend, and will give me leave?
Come
Come down.
Descend.
You shall have leave.
Anthony comes down.
A ring, stand around.
Stand from the horse, stand from the body.
Room from Antony, most noble Antony.
Nay, press not upon me. Stand far off. Stand back, Romans. Bear back. If you have tears, prepare to shed them now. You all do know this mantle. I remember the first time ever Caesar put it on. 'Twas on a summer's evening in his tent. That day he overcame the nervy. Look, in this place ran Caesar's dagger through. See what a rent the envious Casca made. Through this the well-beloved Brutus stabbed, and as he plucked his cursed steel away, mark how the blood of Caesar followed it, as rushing out of doors to be resolved. If Brutus so unkindly not so, no, for Brutus, as you know, was Caesar's angel. Judge, O you gods, how dearly Caesar loved him. This was the most unkindest cut of all, for when the noble Caesar saw his staff, ingratitude, more strong than traitor's arms, quite vanquished him, then burst his mighty heart, and he his mantle muffling up his face, even at the base of Pompey's statue, which all the while ran blood, great Caesar fell. Oh, what a fall was there, my countrymen! Then I, and you, and all of us fell down, whilst bloody treason flourished over us. Oh, now you weep, and I perceive your few. The din of pity, these are gracious drops, kind souls, what? Weep you when you but behold, our Caesar's vesture wounded. Look you there, here's himself, marred, as you see, with traitors.
Pulls the cloak of Caesar's body. Oh, piteous spectacle.
Oh, noble Caesar.
Oh, woeful day.
Oh, traitors, villains.
Oh, most bloody sight.
We will be revenged.
Revenge, about, seek, burn, fire, kill, slay. Let not a traitor live.
Stay, countrymen.
Peace there. Hear the noble Anthony.
We will hear him. We will follow him. We will die with him.
Good friends, sweet friends, let me not stir you up to such a sudden flood of mutiny. They that have done this deed are honorable. What private grace they have, alias, I know not what made them do it. They are wise and honorable, and will no doubt with reasons answer you. I come not, friends, to steal away your hearts. I am no orator as Brutus is, but as you know me all, a plain, blunt man, that love my friend, and that they know full well, that gave me public leave to speak of him. For I have neither wit, nor words, no worth, action, no utterance, nor the power of speech, to stir men's blood. I only speak right on. I tell you that which you yourself do know. Shall you sweet Caesar's wounds, poor dumb mouths, and bid them speak for me. But were I Brutus, and Brutus Antony, there were an Antony would ruffle up your spirits and put a tongue in every wound of Caesar that should move the stones of Rome to rise and mutiny. We will
Mutiny.
Will burn the house of Brutus.
Away then. Come, seek the conspirators.
Yet hear me, countrymen, yet hear me speak.
Peace, ho! Hear Antony, most noble Antony.
Why, friends, you go to do you know not what. Wherein hath Caesar thus deserved your loves? Alias, you know not. I must tell you then, you have forgot the will I told you of.
Most true, the will. Let's stay and hear the will.
Here's the will. Under Caesar's seal, to every Roman citizen he gives, to every several man, 75 drachmas.
Most noble Caesar, we will revenge his dies.
Oh, royal Caesar.
Hear me with patience.
Peace ho.
Moreover, he hath left you all his walks, his private arbors, and new planted orchards. On this side Tiber, he hath left them you, and to your heirs forever, common pleasures, to walk abroad and recreate yourselves. Here was a Caesar. When comes such another?
Never, never. Come away, away. We'll burn his body in the holy place. and with the brand of traitors' houses take up the body.
Go, fetch fire.
Pluck down benches.
Pluck down forms, windows, anything.
Exeunt citizens with the body.
Now let it work. Mischief, thou art a fool. Take thou what course thou wilt.
Enter a servant.
How now,
Sir.
fellow?
Sir, Octavius is already to come to Rome.
Where is he?
He and Lepidus are at Caesar's house.
And thither will I straight to visit him. He comes upon a good wish. Fortune is merry, and in this mood will give us anything.
I heard him say Brutus and Cassius are rid like madmen through the gates of Rome.
Belike they had some notice of the people. How I had moved them. Bring me to Octavius.
Exeunt